Now comes the fun bit, I guess, for poor people. What we got here, it's called a rat tail file. Now, if you're using Sanwa buttons, like these, 30s, I can't remember what they're called, it's been a while. But basically, these holes are 2mm too small to fit these buttons in. So what you got to do is file down these about 2mm, just so you can squeeze these in. Now, if you're like me and you don't have much money, you buy one of these for like $7 at the hardware store. It's called a rat tail file. But what some people do is get what's called a Dremel. It's a little power grinder, and they just grind around the outside. Just keep going around slowly. What I did was you grind around and then you slowly kind of try and fit one in. You don't want it you want it to be really tight when you first push it in, and then it clips in nice. It shouldn't be moving around at all. So just go little by little until you fit one in, and just keep doing that, because you don't want to overgrind. Otherwise, you'll have loose buttons, and you really don't want that. So. If you're doing this by hand, like I am, you see these little knobs here, and that's what held these default stock buttons in. You want to get rid of them first. Kind of try and make it a smooth circle so that you can just do a circular motion after that. So just kind of getting it out there, and then you see there's another one there. There's two on each hole. You just kind of Now, this takes fucking ages, and you get this plastic shit everywhere, so you have to have some patience, and you might want to have a work area that you don't mind getting messy. But so that's gotten rid of those two little lump bits there. So now what I do is just circle them. Just keep doing that until you get it small enough that you can get one of these and just slide it in there, so it's still nowhere near big enough. Your arm will get tired. So that still, it's kind of iffy, but I think, well, a little bit more. And try not, I made this mistake the first one I did. I filed every single hole and I used the same button to test it. What it did was it made these little prongs, the clips, it made them pushed in more, so each hole was getting easier and easier to clip it in, because these were they had less spring to them. So try not to use the same button to test every single hole, because you might end up weakening the things and the other buttons won't fit in properly. And yeah, getting plastic shit all over my buttons. There you go. You want that clip sound. A little clipping, so these little teeth clip on at the back here. You want to make sure they're nice, and sometimes if they're too tight here, this won't press up and down properly. So just, go by trial and error. Make sure they're not loose around here, but the button is going up and down properly. And yeah, I'm not going to film myself doing the rest of these because it's going to take ages. So once you file your holes big enough, it's just a matter of sticking each of the buttons in, as so. You should just clip in. Make sure they press down properly. Get that nice little clipping sound. There's fucking bits of black plastic everywhere. And these white buttons. Fun. what I do is I get the bit that says Sanwa, and I face that so it's facing downwards, and just clip them in with the clips facing up and down. And there you go, there's your new buttons in, ready to be wired. Once again, just make sure they're all pressing properly, they're not jammed or anything. And all this plastic shit from the grinding. Give them both.